Good afternoon, Michael Masarang here again. Today we're in Charlotte in the 28270 zip code, and we do quite a bit of work down here in this area on the south side of Charlotte. This house is a 80s crawl space build, as many of these houses are in these zip codes down here, traditionally stick built. And we got this referral through our licensed mold and air quality specialist, who is recommending quite a bit of work in the home. Today we're going to focus on the crawl space. We are under contract to do mold remediation and some related work in the crawl space, plus some remediation work and tear out in the upstairs, which will be on a separate video. But we wanted to talk about crawl spaces, as that's a very popular topic these days, and this account certainly is a little bit different from the norm. The encapsulation market is pretty robust in Charlotte, and there's probably 50 companies that do encapsulations in Charlotte. We approach this from a more hybrid point of view. We certainly do install encapsulations, but a lot of our installs are hybrid installs, as well as some of them, like this, there's really no need for a dehumidifier or a sealed protocol. This account will be 100% ventilated based on the conditions in the crawl space. As you can see here, the homeowner removed a lot of the plants. She's got a lot more to do on the other side, but this is a good start to open up these flower beds to get the grade away from the structure, as well as replacing these old vents. All the vents on the home are being replaced with new construction vents, as you see here. And these are convenient to open and close. Very simple. In 5 minutes you can walk around the entire house and open and close these vents as needed, as you see here. And we're replacing every single vent on the home with these new construction vents. You can see here some of the plants that still need to be removed. Never want to have invasive plants next to the foundation, and they should all be graded away from the structure. But you know, it's a pretty home, and love the color of the brick, and certainly the color of these new vents certainly pops with the color of the brick. And we're going to put what's called an ATMOX controlled ventilation system on this home. You'll see here, this is the outside sensor. This is sending data to a control panel. This sensor, as well as a wood moisture sensor and under the house sensor. 3 pieces of data being sent to the central hub or control mechanism. Call that the V box. And then upstairs there is what's called the A box, which has a screen and shows all the conditions inside the crawl space. I've been installing those for, gosh, 15 years. I've been working with that company, and they offer such a nice alternative to the sealed crawl space protocols. And you can see here, the guys are working today. We're 2 days from finishing. Also, something that gets overlooked on a lot of these jobs is the crawl space door. You know, companies will install sump pumps and drains when all they simply need is a crawl space. This is a well, we call a crawl space well, where, as you can see, the border is cinder block, and you dig these out about 6-8 inches deep, put rock in the base, and that keeps the water from getting into the crawl space. And today, this is kind of cool. The electrician's here to install our outlets. Any of these companies that are doing these types of protocols, it's always important to have a licensed electrician put in your outlets for your dehumidifiers and sump pumps. We do that. And a lot of the companies just skip that step and tap into existing outlets and end up having power problems. So this is kind of fun that the electrician happens to be here today. So let's look at this tree here. This tree really should be removed. Any tree that's within 5 to 10 feet of the foundation wall can be invasive. You can see where we have heaving, which traps moisture next to the foundation and can create water intrusion and moisture problems. This home also had no vent wells, so we've installed several vent wells in addition to replacing the vents. See behind the door here. Vent wells are really critical. Instead of putting sump pumps and drain tiles in some of these installations, just simply getting a standard vent well, or this one I think was the original, we just fixed it, clean it out, install it properly, and put pea gravel on the base and keep the water from soaking, getting into the foundation. Simple, low-hanging fruit type of things that can save the customer thousands of dollars. Here's another one. And here we go here, one more. Getting these 3 vent wells installed is going to help keep that moisture out of the crawl space, help keep it dry down there. So a really good look at foundation drainage from a practical point of view, having 6-foot gutter extensions, or this is a splash plate, not the most efficient, but we've got the driveway here. But every downspout should also be extended 6 feet away from the foundation to keep the water out of the bottom of the house.